What up, guys? How you doing? Welcome to another episode of Conversations with Dana and Josh.
Yep.
Good to be here, my guy. How you feeling?
Ready.
Lots of energy.
Ready.
Let's bring it. On today's episode, I want us to build a scenario. Imagine with me. Close your eyes if you have to. Like that. Yes. So, we all put in efforts into our marketing plans, our strategies, but sometimes things just don't work out.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Things fail. You're trying,
Scratching.
you iterate, you do all these different things, the stuff that we tell you to do, but things are just not working out for one reason or another. Sometimes you find that you just can't justify your marketing at all.
Yeah.
Like maybe it has failed to work from the start,
And
from
you
the
can't
get-go.
pinpoint.
And you can't pinpoint what it is. Sometimes when that happens, you get stuck, you're like, what am I going to do? That's why we're here for this episode. We want to share with you the common mistakes that people make in marketing. And maybe there might be the same mistakes you're making in your marketing efforts.
Yup.
So before we get started in this conversation, housekeeping. What should people do?
People should subscribe
Uh-huh.
if they are new.
Yes.
Hit the notification button, like and share. Leave a comment if they have feedback. If you've been here, then you know the drill.
Watch and watch again.
And share with us.
And share with others.
Yes.
And as an extra point, for those of you that are interested in this topic a lot,
Yeah.
we have a little gift for you at the end of the video. So stick around, okay? Stick around. Now to get into the nitty-gritties, into the meat.
So I think really most mistakes, it doesn't mean that everyone does this every time.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
some of the common mistakes. I think for me, one of the things I've noticed in my marketing career is lack of a clear brand identity.
Yeah.
So you find that many brands, small businesses, medium, even huge businesses have inconsistent brand identities.
Yeah.
Their colors are not clear, their logos are shifty, different fonts, this font for this. So the artworks are never consistent.
Today the artwork is 3 colors, tomorrow it's 2 colors.
The other time it's 10,
Uh-huh.
and this font. So because of that, the audience always sees it as a different company or
different-
brand,
yeah.
online or offline.
Yes.
Whether billboards, whether stickers and all these things. So it's important to create a consistent look and feel of your brand, so
Yeah.
that once I see it and I see it again and I see it again, I get to identify the brand itself.
Basically, it's like you know constantly changing your ID photo.
So yes,
You wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
So don't do that for your brand. Whatever it is you agree is your identity, go with that.
Yeah.
I think the other mistakes that some companies, some brands make is not understanding their target audience.
Yeah.
When you do anything in marketing, when you're communicating or planning for anything, you're always looking at a target audience.
Yeah, audience.
And you need to understand it, because those are the people that need what you have and are going to give you their ears
Yes.
and eventually their money.
Yeah. So you can have a wide target audience, but when you're doing campaigns or when you're doing communication, you can segment
And
who
like-
are you speaking
yes.
to at that point in
Time.
time. It's not bad to have general campaigns. We have that. We've seen that in
Yes.
massive brands
Yeah.
like companies like banks and whatever, because they appeal to different customers.
people, yes.
But when they're speaking about school loans, they're speaking to a specific.
They're speaking to a parent.
Yeah. When they are talking about maybe a savings account, they're speaking to someone.
particular.
When they're talking about fixed accounts, they're speaking to someone. So even you as a brand, when you're doing your marketing,
Yeah.
you should most especially segment your audience and know.
Yes,
you
and know who you're
speaking
speaking to.
Yeah.
And when doing campaigns, it's always important to have a target audience and then a bullseye.
Yeah.
So you know that's the
the
core.
sweet spot.
That's the sweet spot.
Yeah.
And have that in mind always. And if you keep doing it right, you realize that maybe that's a mistake you're making. But now, once you understand your target audience, the other mistake that some brands make is in the consistency of their
Of the
messaging.
messaging. Yeah.
You keep switching goalposts.
Moving target. And yet you expect the audience to figure it out. No. It's your role to tell them exactly what you want them to
do and what you want them
Yeah.
to know. Because you're the one, again, you're the one that knows your brand.
Yes.
The brand is yours. It's not for the customer. It's not for your audience. So be consistent with your message. Know what you're saying and say it over and over again. Power of repetition.
Yeah, so that then they can act. And that brings us to the next mistake most brands make is overlooking, retaining customers and engaging them.
Yes.
Because we do all these things, here we are, we have these products. When they buy, we move on.
Yeah.
We overlook as brands, as owners, as managers, we overlook how best can we keep them spending with us.
Yeah.
How much, pushing the lifetime of a customer.
Yeah, of a customer.
So when they buy, you're like, we'll move on until, the next time they buy.
Yeah.
But you can do more by retaining them, by communicating them, by constantly giving them more value so that they can keep
they can
buying
always
from you or
always
buy
keep
something.
coming back. Always keep
Elements
coming
from your
back.
brand, yeah.
Look for ways to upsell the customers.
Yes.
Because when you're creating a successful brand, it's not just one thing.
Yeah.
It's a couple of things working together to
yeah.
serve this customer need. So when the customer buys this one thing,
What's the other thing that you can give them?
that you can give them?
What's the other thing? When they buy a car, you can sell them servicing,
Yes.
spare parts, consultation, free care,
Checkups
washing.
and things like that.
All those things can be part of your initial product.
Exactly. Mistake number, I don't know which number this is, but next mistake common mistake that people make. And this one here hits home so much. Too much emphasis on sales. We understand that, and we have said this on this channel before, that the goal of doing marketing is to drive the bottom line, the money. But you must not always
Be talking about
just
the-
sales. Hey, buy from us, buy from us, buy. You're telling me to buy from you from Monday to Saturday.
Yeah. It's
And then you add Sunday as
as
well.
well.
Like, why?
Come back on man.
No, mix it up.
Yeah.
Like, show me something else,
Yeah.
something different. Talk to me about how I can use the product, how I can use your service,
Where I can find
where I can find it.
How I can refer someone else.
Yes. Can I hear stories from someone else
who
who
has
has used
used
it
it,
and who has benefited? So don't just make your marketing about sales.
Selling. Yeah. And from that it is important as brands also. As we are doing these things, you're not operating alone in the market.
Yep.
So you need to actually tap into the trends. Trends in your industry, trends from your competitors, and trends in general.
Yes.
There might be something happening, and it applies, please note, applies to your brand. Not every trend.
Not every trend applies to you.
Yeah. So you have to, exercise judgment and knowledge to know which trends you can tap into, or to pivot as a product or service brand based on what is happening. If maybe prices are, like maybe the economy, the dollar exchange rate is high, or the prices are through the roof, then you have to figure out how do we still get our consumers to buy. If there is something happening in the lifestyle space or whatever, how can our brand tap into that? So you have to look at those trends and how you position your brand.
Perfect. The other mistake. Now this one here. This one comes from a point of pain and passion. Poor customer service. I think we have sung this one on this channel for a very long time.
Yeah.
And the examples include
Putting a phone number that does not work. Having a WhatsApp that no one replies. Having an email that you lost the password to. Having a website that is me. Putting an address that doesn't exist. And the list
goes on. All right?
Yeah.
Customer service is one of the most important things you could do for your business, your brand, your product, your service. All right? You have to make sure that every time customers have a question, an inquiry, there is someone to address. If not someone, then there is
a system. Yeah, that kind of addresses. Bots.
Yes, you could have bots. You could just have FAQs as well. Yeah. Just to make sure you address customers' concerns. Because if you do not, all this effort you're putting in your campaigns, your ads,
will yield no results. Because at the end of the day, the customer is the market, and they are the ones with the ka-ching. And that also leads us to the last and most common mistake, which you know, we have also talked about a lot. And
Yes.
just to re-emphasize, is follow the data. Is when you don't follow the data, you get to spend where it's not required.
Yeah.
And when we mean data is, if I have 7 products, which product are the customers buying the most?
Yes.
So what can we do for that product? If most of my buyers are from Nakulabi, but I'm located in Mukono, how can I then get closer to
the
them?
customers,
So that
yes.
informs where you put your location. If people are buying in bulk, can I create packages for bulk buyers?
Yes.
So those are the data points. It's not only the vanity things of people
not just
know
the likes,
us,
the what.
people know us, people know
We
where
trended.
our shop is, people talk about us, but the actual data that impact the bottom line. So that then you make decisions
That
that
are
support
actually
your
true, yes.
marketing.
Yeah,
Because now
yeah.
you will have a reason to open up a location and then market that location, because there is already existing business. All they have to know now is, instead of going all the way to Mukono,
There's
I can actually get it
closer point
a
over
closer
here.
point, yeah.
Exactly. Plain, simple, direct. Those are common mistakes. Of course, there are others. You know, there could be other
Definitely.
mistakes because all businesses are different, all brands are different.
Yes.
Okay, but these are common mistakes that we have experienced, we have seen, we have dealt with in consultations or trainings with clients, and we wanted to share that with you such that you can vet your efforts.
But,
if
yeah.
things are not going as planned, probably it's one
They
of
are
these
around
areas.
these areas.
Around these
If
areas.
not, drop a question.
Exactly.
If you have one where you feel maybe this is not part of your problem point.
You feel like there's another problem that is
Yes.
yeah.
But otherwise, know that our surprise at the end was we shall also share more insights, trends, and how do we do this through our monthly newsletter. So
Yes.
if you're interested in learning more about all things marketing, all things trends, all things, also a
All
little
things
humor
marketing,
in there.
yes.
Yeah. You can join our community. There will be a link in the description where we build people who are passionate about marketing. Yeah. See you on the next one.
Bye.